The most mispronounced words in the United States. What words are we struggling with? What word do you struggle with? 704-570-9595. Call us. Don't text us because then we'll struggle with it. We want to hear how you pronounce it and why it's an issue for you. Loren, you can't say the word.
Rural.
Yeah,
I didn't even
rural's hard.
realize that I struggled with that word until our station is doing an appearance at Rural King. And we, read these little promo things. And I looked at Maney one day and I was like, I can't do this liner. I was like, you're going to have to do it because I'm going to have to stop and say rural and think about the word every single time I say it.
Yeah, that's tough. Some of these aren't as hard as you would think, and they're just mispronounced constantly. For me, it's like I have a really hard time saying burglar.
Burglar.
Yeah, it's like burglar. Or burglar does not come out easy to me. Burglar. And it's weird. People mispronounce frustrated because they say frustrated.
Yeah.
Specifically as pacifically.
Pacific. Yeah, I hear kids do that all the time.
Quesadilla as quesadilla.
Yeah, I think we say that just to be fun.
I'm telling you, these are the most wherever this came from, a YouGov.org poll of 2,000 Americans.
I used to have a hard time with recipient, too.
Recipient, yeah. And by the way you see things spelled changes the way you pronounce it.
For sure.
Like, I'll say, I'm totally available on Wednesday. But if I see it, I'll go, I'm totally available on Wednesday. You put the D in there.
Yeah.
Anything that starts with an S sound was an issue for a lot of people. Like escape, they would say escape. Or etc., they would say etc. Espresso instead of espresso.
Yes.
How about nuclear?
Nuclear, people have a hard time
It's
with?
mispronounced as nuclear.
You know what? I have heard people say that.
Nuclear. I would say that. I would say nuclear. A nuclear war. I wouldn't say nuclear. Library. Big one. Library.
Yeah.
Right?
My dad used to have a hard time with library and lightning. He would say lightling. I don't know why.
Irregardless.
Yeah.
Is
Not
on
a real
there.
Word.
It is in the dictionary. It listed as a non-standard word. The definition is regardless. And supposedly, because people will say supposedly.
I say that sometimes. I'm not going to lie.
But supposedly is a word, and it's not what you mean. The definitions do slightly differ.
Oh.
Supposedly and supposedly.
She can't say vinegar.
Vinegar?
Vinegar, yes.
What does she say?
Vinegar?
She's in the car, too.
Oh, okay.
She says vinegar with an F?
Vinegar.
Vinegar. Yeah, you struggle with that.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron said it right. Brooke, good morning.
Good morning.
Brooke, you have a struggle with a word that I think a lot of people in the South struggle with.
Oil. Or oil.
Yeah, I was going to say, you said it right the first time, but I know a ton of people who say, oh.
My mouth doesn't work that way. I don't know. My Yankee mouth, I can't say oh.
I used to spell it every time up until I turned 35. I would just spell it because I was so aggravated I couldn't say it right.
Thanks, Brooke. Jaslyn, good morning.
Good morning.
Jaslyn, what do you struggle with?
I say notification instead of notification.
Notification. Now, did you do that originally just to mess with people?
No, I think it's because I'm originally, I speak Spanish originally.
Okay.
So I think it's just an accent thing.
Yeah, I say sensitive instead of sensitive.
You do not stop.
And it came out. I do.
Doesn't.
I do. If you listen to the show, you'll hear me say sensitive. I'll
Okay.
say I'm very sensitive about it, but I say it in a jokingly way. But it came out that way one time. I'm not making it up. I one time said I was feeling very sensitive, and it came out that way, and then I just kept saying it ever since. Thanks, Jaslyn. Tiffany, hi.
Hey there. Good morning.
Tiffany, one of your friends had a hard time with a word. What was it?
Yeah, so back on MySpace, when you got to pick like a word that describes how you're feeling that day, I wrote down a word, and later that day, she said, "Why are you melancholy?" And I said, "Do you mean melancholy?" and I can't look at that word without thinking of her to this day.
Oh my God!
cute.
Somebody check on Tiffany. She's feeling so melancholy today.